Wack 100 recently did an interview with Charleston White on the Dancer Project, and whilst discussing the incident he had with Big U, that confrontational incident that's in the indictment, Wack 100 exposed the real reason and one of the main reasons why him and Big U fell out. So I wanted to clip this for you guys because I don't think he's ever discussed this before.
Right after the pandemic, homie, y'all was positioning yourselves like to be a new mogul, entertainment mogul type entryway for artists for the West Coast and further on. So yeah.
But he got listen. When I went and did the deal with Cash Money for the Cash Money West thing, and I signed Blueface, Schoolyard is the enemy of 6-0. And when he called me talking about, damn, I got artists over here, but you signed my enemies. I said, hey nigga, did you forget? When you came home, we helped you. When the fuck you become the dictator of our business and how we do our business? Mm-hmm. You came home and beat your son half to death, and the power rules had to build. See, I know everything. We had to come get you out. When your house went into foreclosure, nigga, we had to save you. How the fuck you gonna tell me, nigga, who I'm signing and not? That's part of your problem, is you didn't want to sign nobody unless they was from your neighborhood. Now, if I was like that, saying if you ain't a power rule, I ain't gonna sign you, there's a whole lot of business I would have missed out on. So at that point, I said, look, bro, this is what we gonna do. We gonna bag up, because Suge had already been on me. Suge had already said, fuck Big U. Man, fuck that nigga. That was a mistake, me bringing that nigga around. Leave that nigga where he at. I was just being a brother to him. But once I seen that, and then people around him started talking to me when I ran into him, I started saying, whoever feed the people, lead the people. So if these niggas is running around you starving, I happen to pull up one day at a gas station. Damn, nigga, what's up? What you doing sitting here? Man, I'm waiting for the nigga Big U to pull up, man, and bring me some money for gas. What you mean bring some money for gas? Nigga, hold up, and I fill up his tank and go in my pocket and get a nigga a few hundred. My nigga, what you doing? Get up out of here. Guess what happens with that same individual when he hears something that he think I need to know? So it was 4-5 people around him. And 600 know this because when I tell 600 the shit I knew, because 600 was around him after I kind of left, got away from him. When I tell him the shit I know, he like, damn, Wack, you knew all. Yeah, because they telling me.
So there you have it, guys. Apparently, I guess it may have started, or it's possibly a factor that the issue between Wack 100 and Big U started when Wack 100 signed what's his name, Blueface, and I guess Big U was not happy with that because Big U had signed a bunch of 60s rappers and he's trying to make them, and so he's trying to impose himself on Wack 100 and tell him, hey, why are you signing Blueface from the enemy, this gang that's the enemy of, Schoolyard, that's the enemy of the 60s, when I got all these young 60s artists who are trying to make it. Of course, Big U never really had that kind of major success besides his association with Nipsey Hussle, and even that was never like a super major success really until Nipsey Hussle died. And really Nipsey Hussle, as you guys know, really built himself, right? Anyone who tries to claim the career of Nipsey Hussle is lying, because we've all seen him grinding and being a small artist and trying new things like selling that mixtape for $100 and all that stuff into building himself to be the rapper that he was. And so, Wack 100, he's a business-minded individual. He was in the trucking business, real estate, before he even came into the music industry. And then he learned the music industry from being around Suge Knight and all of that. And so he's a big business-minded individual. And he sees an opportunity with Blueface, and he's not thinking of it in terms of, oh, what gang are you from, and all the rest of this, and trying to just sign artists within the gang as if, it's the public. Like, once the customers pick a certain artist, and I remember this is when Blueface had just come out with the broken flow, the flow that didn't match the beat, and we were all kind of fascinated with that, and his character and his presence. Wack 100 got ahead of that, signed Blueface, and of course, Blueface has had the career that he's had. I don't think he's ever matched up to those early songs, but Wack 100's label, Cash Money West Coast, definitely took advantage of the I guess, the popularity of those early songs, and certainly capitalized. So I guess that's where it started, where, Big U is trying to impose himself. Wack 100 is looking at the business and where the business is headed, and understanding the business that, it's really about getting those hit records, and whichever artist can bring those hit records. Wack 100 was already beyond looking at things from the point of view of gang ties and whatnot. And then eventually, I guess, they become enemies because these are two very hard-headed individuals, both of them thinking they're bosses, and it created some animosity. And Wack 100, whatever you may say about him, he's probably the smartest street dude in LA. Like, the smartest dude with a street background in LA. He's a learner. He's not religious. He tries to learn. He's already had success in the trucking industry. He's already had success in real estate. He understands this stuff. And as you guys are aware, probably, Big U right now has stated before judge that he doesn't have the money to cover attorney fees, and he feels the need to represent himself. I don't think you'd ever find